It seemed like a usual Saturday, and people were not expecting anything out of the normal. To the surprise of many, something out of the ordinary happened. The pastor of the parish of St. Martin of Tours in Tixtla, Father Leopoldo Roque, had invited Father Raimundo Reina Esteban to lead a spiritual retreat for his parishioners in October 2006. On October 21st, Father Leopoldo and another priest were distributing Holy Communion, assisted by a religious sister. The sister, who had a pyx to take communion to a lady parishioner, suddenly looked at Father with her eyes filled with tears. The host that she had taken to give communion to the lady parishioner had begun to effuse a reddish substance. The effusion of reddish substance was noted in the diocese of Chilpancingo, Chilapa. The bishop of the place, Most Reverend Alejo Zavala Castro, then convened a theological commission of investigation, and in October 2009, he invited Dr. Ricardo Castañón Gomez to take on the leadership of the program of scientific research, whose purpose was in fact that of verifying the said event. The Mexican ecclesiastical authorities turned to Dr. Castañón Gomez because they were aware that in the years 1999 to 2006, the scientist had conducted some studies on two consecrated hosts that also bled in the parish of St. Mary in Buenos Aires. The investigation. The scientific research conducted between October 2009 and October 2012 came to the following conclusions, presented on May 25, 2013, during an international symposium held by the Diocese of Chilpancingo on the occasion of the Year of Faith, which saw the participation of millions of people coming from 4 continents. First, the reddish substance analyzed corresponds to blood in which there are hemoglobin and DNA of human origin. Second, 2 studies conducted by eminent forensic experts with different methodologies have shown that the substance originates from the interior, excluding the hypothesis that someone could have placed it from the exterior. Third, the blood type is AB, similar to the one found in the host of Lanciano and the Holy Shroud of Turin. A microscopic analysis of magnification and penetration reveals that the superior part of the blood has been coagulated since October 2006. Moreover, the underlying internal layer reveals in February 2010 the presence of fresh blood. Fifth, they also found intact white blood cells, red blood cells, and active macrophages that engulf lipids. The tissue in question appears lacerated, with recovery mechanisms, exactly as occurs in any living tissue. Sixth, a further histopathological analysis determines the presence of protein structures in a state of deterioration, suggesting mesenchymal cells, very specialized cells characterized by an elevated biophysiological dynamism. Seventh, the immunohistochemical studies reveal that the tissue found corresponds to the muscle of the heart, the myocardium. On account of the scientific and the conclusions reached by the Theological Committee last October 12th, the Bishop of Chilpancingo, His Eminence Alejo Zavala Castro, announced the following. This event does not have a natural explanation. It does not have a paranormal origin. It is not traceable to the manipulation of the enemy. The most mind-boggling part of this investigation is the origin of the wound in the host. In 2010, using a study of digital microscopic penetration through the shooting of ultraviolet rays and intense white light, it was demonstrated that the tissue seen in the upper part of the host showed some dry coagulated blood. The analysis showed, moreover, that under the blood already coagulated, beyond some structures of the white host, there was also presence of fresh blood. Also, this analysis confirmed the fact that the blood was not placed by someone from the exterior, because if it was like this, it could not remain fresh for much time. This means the blood was bleeding from inside the host, and it was not just a blood stain on the Eucharist. The next time you are in front of the Blessed Sacrament, remember that you are in front of a heart that was pierced for us, one that continues to bleed blood for removing and cleansing us from our sins. Let us allow ourselves to experience the redemption of the holy blood of Christ, which graces us every time we commune with Him in Qurbana.